Let's be real, most people want to take care of their car, but don't know what to check or when to check it. How often do you need to change your engine oil? What do these dashboard warning lights mean? Do I need to rotate my tires annually? It gets confusing and easy to forget. Each of us just needs a simple plan to follow. Good news, you're in the right place. In this video, I'll show you how to make your car last over 250,000 miles without needing big tools or frequent workshop visits. And to make it super simple, I've divided this checklist into monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, and annual tasks. Let's begin with monthly tasks. Tire pressure and wear. Tires don't get much attention, but they're one of the most important parts of your car. No matter in what conditions you drive, always look out for signs of wear. If your tires have bald spots, bulges, or the tread looks really low and smooth, it's time to replace them. To help your tires last longer, try rotating them every 5,000 miles or at every oil change. Rotating means switching the front and back tires so they wear out evenly, kind of like flipping your mattress so one side doesn't get too soft. Some cars have different sized tires on the front and back, so check your car's manual to see if rotation is needed. Don't forget to check your tire pressure at least once a month. Tires with the right amount of air drive safer, wear out slower, and even save gas. Some cars have a warning light that tells you when the pressure is low. If yours doesn't, just use a small tire pressure gauge. You'll find the correct air pressure, called PSI, on a sticker inside the driver's door. Take off the valve cap, press the gauge on the valve, and check the number. If it's low, fill it up at a gas station or use a portable air pump. Cold weather can make your tire pressure drop, so check them more often in the winter. And don't forget your spare tire, it needs air too. If one of your tires is totally flat and won't hold air, never drive on it. Use the spare tire if you have one or call for help. Coolant and antifreeze. Your car's engine gets super hot when it runs, and that's where coolant or antifreeze comes in. It keeps the engine from overheating and helps everything run smoothly. If the coolant gets too low, your engine could overheat, and that's a big problem. It's a smart idea to check your coolant once a month and top it up if needed, but always do it when the engine is cool, never when it's hot. Coolant can get as hot as 210 degrees Fahrenheit, and opening the cap too soon could spray boiling fluid. That's dangerous. Here's how to check it safely. Wait until the engine has cooled down, then pop the hood and look for the coolant reservoir. It's a clear plastic tank near the radiator. You'll see two lines marked minimum and maximum. If the coolant level is between them, you're all set. If it's below minimum, it's time to add more. To top it up, open the reservoir cap slowly, then pour in the coolant until the level reaches just under maximum. Be careful not to overfill, and make sure to only use the right type of coolant for your car. Mixing different kinds can harm the engine. Battery and cables. Ever turn the key and your car just won't start? That could mean your 12-volt battery is getting weak. To check your battery at home, you can use a multimeter, a small, cheap tool from any auto parts store. It's super easy. Touch the red to the positive terminal and the black to the negative. If the number on the screen is below 12.4 volts, your battery might need charging or even replacing. Next, check for white powdery stuff on the battery ends. That's called corrosion. That stuff can drain power and cause trouble. To clean it, gently spray some water and wipe it off with a soft cloth. Wear gloves. If you see white crust on the battery ends, called terminals, use a brush or battery cleaner to scrub it off. If it won't come off, the terminal might need to be replaced. Also, look closely at the battery. Make sure it's sitting tight in its spot and isn't wiggling around. Also, check that all the cables are connected firmly. Loose cables can make your car act up or not start at all. Vehicle fluids. Your car isn't just running on gas, it needs other fluids too, and each one does an important job. Just like your body needs water, your car needs fluids to stay healthy and work the right way. Every month, it's a good idea to check these four. First up, transmission fluid. This helps your car shift gears smoothly. If it's low or dirty, your car might jerk when changing gears. Next is power steering fluid. This makes it easy to turn the steering wheel. If you hear a whining sound when turning or the wheel feels stiff, this fluid might be low. Then there's windshield wiper fluid. It doesn't help the engine, but it sure helps you see the road clearly. If it's empty, you won't be able to clean your windshield when it gets dusty or muddy. And finally, brake fluid, a very important one. This helps your brakes work fast and properly. If it's too low, stopping your car might take longer, which can be dangerous. To check these fluids, open the hood and look for the labeled caps or small tanks for each one. Most of them have a line showing minimum and maximum. If the fluid is below the minimum line, top it up. Just Just remember, only use the type of fluid made for your car. You can find the right info in your owner's manual. Checking and topping up these fluids is easy, but skipping them can cause big problems. So give your car a quick fluid check. It only takes a few minutes. All lights. It's super important to make sure every light on your car is working the way it should. Start by turning on your headlights. These are your main front lights for night driving. Then check your fog lights, which help you see better in foggy or rainy weather. Next, look at the tail lights and parking lights in the back. They should glow when your headlights are on. Now try the turn signals. Turn on the left and right blinkers and make sure they're flashing on both the front and back of the car. Push the brake pedal and check the brake lights. They should light up bright red. Then put the car in reverse. Make sure it's parked safely first. And check the reverse lights, which should shine white. Here's the thing, not all lights can be seen from inside the car. So ask a friend or family member to walk around your car while you test each one. It only takes a minute, but it can save you from a traffic ticket or even an accident. If a light isn't working, replace it as soon as possible. Driving with dead lights isn't just unsafe, it's also against the law in many places. Before moving on to the quarterly checkup list, if you are enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. This helps me bring you more honest car advice. Quarterly tasks. Do these every 3 months in addition to the monthly tasks. Wiper blades. These little guys work hard when it rains, snows, or your windshield gets messy, but over time, they wear out and stop wiping properly, leaving streaks or missing spots. If your wipers are squeaky, skipping, or just not doing the job, it's time to replace them. Don't worry, they're cheap and super easy to swap out yourself. Just make sure you get the right size for your car. Here's a smart extra step. Try using a rain repellent spray on your windshield. It helps water slide right off the glass so you can see better, and it means your wipers won't have to work as hard. Now, let's talk about something under the hood. Belts and hoses. These might sound boring, but they're really important. The serpentine belt and V-belts help power things like your alternator and air conditioner. If they're cracked, shiny, that's called glazing, or fraying, they need to be replaced. Also take a good look at your hoses. They carry fluids to important parts of your engine, and if they crack or leak, it can lead to big trouble. Make sure the hose clamps and connections are nice and tight too. It only takes a few minutes to check these parts, but catching a problem early can save you from a breakdown later. So keep those blades, belts, and hoses in great shape. Your car will run smoother and safer. Moving on to your half-yearly maintenance. Semi-annual tasks. Check battery performance. Once your car battery turns 3 years old, it's a good idea to test it every 6 months. You can check the voltage at a repair shop or use a multimeter at home. Also, look for white or crusty buildup on the terminals. If you see any, clean it off using a little baking soda and water. Keeping the battery clean and tested helps prevent surprise breakdowns. Tire rotation. Rotating your tires helps them wear down evenly, so they last longer and drive better, but not every car uses the same rotation pattern. It depends on your vehicle type and the kind of tires you have. Before doing it yourself, always check your car's manual or ask a mechanic to make sure you're rotating them the right way. Engine oil and oil filter. Most cars need an oil change every 5,000 to 7,500 miles, but it can vary based on how you drive and what oil you use. If the oil looks dark or gritty, it's time to change it. Also, have the oil filter checked for dirt, damage, or leaks. Clean oil keeps your engine running smooth and strong. Chassis lubrication. Some cars don't need extra lubrication because parts like joints and rods are sealed, but to be sure, check your owner's manual. If your car does need it, things like the chassis, suspension, and steering may need a little grease every 6 months to stay in good shape. Exterior clean and wax. Washing your car isn't just about looks, it helps protect the paint and prevent rust. It's a good idea to give your car a full wash every 6 months, or more often if it's exposed to a lot of salt, dirt, or mud. You can go through a car wash or do it at home using proper car cleaning products. For extra protection, finish with a coat of car wax. This adds a shiny layer and helps shield the paint from sun, dirt, and water. You can wax it yourself or have it done at a car wash. While you're at it, don't forget the inside of your car. Most car washes have vacuums you can use for a small cost, or you can buy a small vacuum that plugs into your car. Vacuum the seats and floors and wipe the dashboard, doors, and center console with a soft cloth or wipes to get rid of dust and grime. One quick tip, when washing the outside, always use a microfiber wash glove or cloth. It's gentle on the paint and helps prevent scratches. Exhaust system. Your car's exhaust system helps push out dirty gases and keeps the engine noise low, but if something's wrong with it, you might hear strange sounds or even smell fumes. It's a good idea to have a technician check the exhaust system every 6 months. They'll look for signs of rust, damage, or leaks. Important parts like the muffler, exhaust pipes, and catalytic converter should all be inspected. If you ever hear weird noises, especially from the muffler, it's time to visit an auto repair shop. Catching small issues early can save you from bigger, more expensive problems later. And don't forget to check your belts, hoses, and wiper blades every 6 months as well. Now, here are the easy checks you must do yearly. Annual tasks: suspension and steering. If you know your way around cars, take time once a year to inspect parts like the shocks, struts, steering linkage, tie rods, control arms, and springs. Look for any damage, wear, or problems with alignment. A smooth ride and safe steering depend on these parts working right. Brakes and brake pads. Your brakes are one of the most important safety parts of your car. It's smart to have the whole brake system checked once a year. This includes the pads, rotors, linings, and brake fluid. But depending on how you drive, your brake pads might wear out sooner and need to be looked at more often. If they're squeaking, grinding, or your car takes longer to stop, it's time for a check. Replacing brake pads usually costs around $100 to $300 per axle, so keeping up with inspections can help catch problems early and save you money, and more importantly, keep you safe. Air filters. Your car has 2 important air filters, one for the engine and one for the cabin. Both help keep things clean and running smoothly. Over time, they get dirty and clogged, so it's a good idea to replace them once a year. The cabin air filter keeps the air inside your car fresh by blocking dust, pollen, and other stuff from getting in. It's usually found under the dashboard or behind the glove box. If it's dirty, you might notice musty smells or weak air flow from your vents. The engine air filter sits under the hood near the engine. It stops dirt and debris from getting into the engine, which helps it run better and last longer. When checking these filters, look for any holes or tears. If they're damaged or full of gunk, it's time for a new one. Spark plugs. Spark plugs are small but powerful parts that help start your engine and keep it running smoothly. It's a good idea to check them once a year to make sure they're still in good shape. How long they last depends on your car, but most need to be replaced around every 30,000 miles if your car has copper spark plugs, or up to every 100,000 miles if your car has iridium plugs. Check your owner's manual to verify which ones you have. If they're worn out or the metal tip, called the electrode, is damaged or eroded, they won't work well and your car might misfire or feel rough while driving. Here are some extra long-term maintenance tasks you must consider if you plan to keep your car for a long time. Tire change. Tires don't last forever, even if they still look okay. Most should be replaced every 5 to 7 years or around 80,000 miles, no matter the tread. But sometimes they wear out sooner, especially if you drive a lot or on rough roads. A key thing to watch is tread depth. If it gets down to 2/32 of an inch, it's time for new tires. Worn tread makes it harder to stop and easier to slip, especially in rain or snow. If you live somewhere with cold, snowy winters, it's smart to switch to winter tires during the cold months, then swap back to your regular ones when it gets warm again. This keeps you safe and helps both sets of tires last longer. Replace your car's coolant. Your car's coolant, or antifreeze, helps keep the engine from overheating. Over time, it gets old and stops working as well. That's why most cars need a coolant change every 5 years or 50,000 miles. Battery change. Most car batteries last 3 to 5 years, but with care, some last even longer. New ones can cost $100 to $500, so checking it regularly saves money and prevents you from getting stuck somewhere unexpectedly. Timing belt. The timing belt helps important engine parts move in sync, like the crankshaft and camshafts. If it breaks, your engine could get badly damaged. That's why it's important to replace it on time. Most cars need a new timing belt every 60,000 to 100,000 miles, but always check your owner's manual to know exactly when. Inspect your ignition system. Your car's ignition system is what helps the engine start and keeps it running by lighting up the air and fuel inside. It's made up of spark plugs, ignition coils, and plug wires, and like anything else, these parts can wear out over time. If your engine feels rough when it's running or doesn't start as smoothly as it used to, it might be time to check these parts. Look for signs of damage or heavy wear and replace them if needed. There you have it, a handy and simple guide for better engine performance, smoother driving, and fewer problems problems down the road. If you found this guide helpful, be sure to watch this next video as we're sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.